Hey guys, welcome back to Cross the Line. I'm your host, Andrea Renee. You can follow me on Twitter at Andrea Renee and follow at Street Fighter as well. We've got a very special guest in the studio today, Namco Bandai Games Community Manager and Tekken Project team member Rich Bantegui, or FilthieRich, giving his thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. As usual, we'll update you on the contest, see what you guys had to say in crosstalk, and we'll be doing another giveaway. Now's the time where we talk about the contest here on the show. The winners of round 3 of the Cross the Line contest will be announced on Monday, January 9th. That, of course, is our Facebook contest. That's the same time that round 4, Flat Ono versus Flat Harada, opens up on Facebook. For this round, you're going to have to download your leader, either Ono or Harada, on our Facebook page, cut him out, and take him to the coolest, funnest, or most creative place that you guys can think of and snap a photo. I want to see what you guys have in those little brains of yours, so get as creative as possible. And if you guys want more details on the contest, make sure you head over to facebook.com/streetfighter. Now's the time of the show where we look at your guys' tweets, Facebook comments, and YouTube comments right here in Cross the Line. That's right, it's crosstalk, you guys. First up, we've got Murphy D88 who tweets, Tekken have real fighters. They don't need fireballs to win. At D'Angelo124 tweets, even my mom and ex-girlfriend knew what a Hadouken means. Nothing related to Tekken. Sorry. And on Facebook, Danny Tran and Dan Kim share their Street Fighter Cross Tekken art with us. Take a look. If you guys have some Street Fighter Cross Tekken work that you'd like us to show, you can leave us a comment, shoot us a message, or tweet us, or of course post it to our Facebook page, and you might see your work of art or your tweet or comment right here on Cross the Line. It's that time of the show for the giveaway right here on Cross the Line. I have to give a big congratulations to Cy Went Weborn for winning last episode's giveaway with this comment. They say, I'm hoping to find Alyssa on the final roster, because there's nothing better than getting a head start on the Street Fighter Cross Tekken beatdown than using someone who throws her own head at the competition. Great response, and we've got some more exclusive Street Fighter Cross Tekken Baba Buds to give away. You guys can't buy these anywhere, you can only win them right here on the show. You just have to subscribe and leave a comment answering this question. Ryu and Kazuya get trapped in an elevator. What happens next? The winner will be chosen at random, and we're also going to be doing giveaways on our Twitter page, so make sure you're following at Street Fighter for another chance to win. As I mentioned earlier, we have very special guest Rich Bantegui in studio today, better known as FilthieRich. He's the community manager for Namco Bandai Games and is here to talk about all things Tekken and, of course, give his thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Let's see what he had to say. I'm joined in studio today by Rich Bantegui, or FilthieRich, from Team Tekken. He is also the Namco Bandai Games Community Manager. Welcome to the show. Oh,
I'm glad to be here, chilling. I'm gonna get hyped today.
That's right. What? Team Tekken?
That's right, Team Tekken all day.
I'm glad that you're finally here because we've been a lot of Team Street Fighter on this show. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up with that?
Well, you know, you were busy.
All right.
You got a big game coming out.
Yeah, got games coming out, new announcements.
I'm glad that you made it here now, and clearly you are like knee deep in the fighting game community. How did you get your start there?
Started out, I saw Street Fighter 2.
Oh.
Fell in love with the whole concept of beating people up with a joystick and 6 buttons, or just any type of buttons. But fell in love when I saw Tekken. So I think the technical aspect of Tekken really just sucked me in. Seeing it in a 3D space and just like a wide range of characters, it was just something that always excited my creative mindset for playing any type of game.
What do you think it is about Tekken specifically that drew you to it over Street Fighter?
I think it was the depth that came along with playing Tekken and the payout. For me, Tekken's one of those games where it wasn't the easiest thing in the world in the beginning, but as I started to get better, I started to fall deeper in love with the game. So it's kind of like, you know, Tekken, if you were to compare Tekken to relationships, it's like when you see that grandma and grandpa at a diner holding hands. Like, that's what it is. It's an investment that pays out insanely, to the point where I feel that the mind games that you have to develop while you're playing a Tekken game can easily transition to like 2D games or any other fighting games, because like you've already kind of opened your mind to do all these crazy things with hundreds of moves, and then when you're messing around with 4 moves or 4 or 5 moves and just like on a 2D space, you really get to kind of like bring that over. And then it's actually crazy when you see a Tekken player or a 3D game player play a 2D game, because it's like totally different. So that's what I like about it.
So I really want to know, what are you most excited about for Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
I'm really excited to get all of Team Tekken all rallied up to start taking on all these guys who think they're better than Tekken players. I think me personally, Harada, I want to team up with Harada so that we can go ahead and take out Seth and Ono. Just put them on blast or really put it on the spot. Use our characters, see them, and really show them how Tekken players do things. So I'm really hyped about that. All the smack talk from the community I'm looking forward to. Kind of vulgar guy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the hype and all the trolls getting crazy about it. I'm really excited for that. So
I want to know what you think about people saying that this is more of a Street Fighter game and that the Tekken characters kind of get lost.
I don't know, to me when I play it, being somebody who's played a lot of Street Fighter, like almost every single Street Fighter and every single Tekken, I think it's its own beast. When I hop into it, you know, there are things that are in there as far as like the foundation goes that does make it a Street Fighter game. I mean, but it is 2D. So when I see my Tekken characters, like my imagination really opens up. Like I've always wanted to see and play with them on a 2D space. So knowing that I can't sidestep or anything like that, I'm hopping in there curious to see what I can do to accommodate that need. But the more I play it, you know, right now I'm playing with Kazuya a lot. I'm wave dashing under fireballs, under highs and mids, and just doing all types of crazy stuff. And when I'm getting deeper into it, like the combo system it really feels like a Tekken game to me. So I was like, okay, but I wouldn't say it's a Tekken game. It's its whole new thing, and I'm like, I just have to play it more. So I'm gonna try to do some sneaky things to play the game more before it comes out.
Well, I think we know some people that can probably help you out with that, but I'm glad that you brought up fireballs. What did you think the first time you saw Tekken characters with projectiles?
So I saw Steve and Raven. I know Raven throws shuriken, and Steve's got a little force punch. It's cool. I mean, it adds a whole new concept to spacing for the Tekken characters. I feel that the Tekken characters do maximize on their damage and their mix-up abilities from a close range, but then now seeing Steve and Raven having this opportunity to throw fireballs and like gauge in and just like take advantage of space with these types of projectiles is awesome. And it's really cool to see it in animation when you see like these fireballs come out of their hands, and just seeing Raven throw a Ninja Star took long enough. Like we've always wanted to see him with a Ninja Star. Haven't had it in Tekken yet, but it's really sick. I like it. Well,
I'm glad you're bringing up Raven. Is that your favorite character?
No.
So who is your favorite character?
I'd have to say my favorite character is Hayashi.
All right,
yes.
Very nice.
The old man, you gotta hold it down.
I just like his hair. It's like all Einstein.
I like how he throws his kids off the cliffs and doesn't really care.
That's a little bizarre,
yes.
kind of scary. That's all right, we're
yes.
rolling with it. So obviously one of the big things for Tekken players with this game is they're wondering how are the combos that I know for each of my characters going to translate in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I mean, you've played the game a little bit now. How
yes.
would you say, you know, Tekken players are going to be able to jump right into this game versus just, you know, a Tekken standalone?
So Tekken players, I mean, they're very heavy into pokes. It's really drastic. Whether you're a poke player or you can be somebody who's heavily spacing out to just get that one launcher to go ahead and do juggles. I think jumping into it, it definitely takes in and embraces the Street Fighter engine that's included in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but as soon as you start to get into these combos, it has the beats that you would have when you would play a Tekken. So it's not just a kick into a fireball and then wait for them and maybe like Dragon Punch, but in this, you're actually starting it up with that like you would do like a low kick into an uppercut, but then as soon as you start to juggle and relaunch him again, it has the same exact feel that it would in Tekken, which is really, really cool to me because, I mean, there are so many combos that I love from Tekken that makes it Tekken that I'm finding to be making its way into this game. So it's really cool just to try to see and explore like what's going to transition from my favorite game onto this.
Definitely. Now, obviously, one of the most debated things about Street Fighter Cross Tekken is the gem system. What did you think the first time you heard the gem system announcement?
I think the first thing that came to mind was like Marvel superheroes, and just to add that level of creativity. For me, I'm such an idiot because I used to play in tournaments and my whole thing was like playing with Flash. So, I mean, in that sense, playing with Flash is just all about being creative and being known for being a creative player. And I think that with the combinations that you can put together, there's so many things that I'm already starting to imagine that I could do with my Tekken characters. So I mean, looking forward to hearing more and learning all about it and playing with it, and just looking to see what's going to happen from it.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the biggest thing for the fans out there is that they want to get their hands on it. And when Matt was here on the show last time, he was talking about how Capcom is going to be bringing the game around to a bunch of tournaments and community events. So you guys have that to look forward to.
Yep.
But I have a question. I don't know if you can answer it, but we clearly haven't seen the full roster of characters that are going to be in the game. Who else do you think we're going to see from the Tekken side or from the Namco Bandai side?
I don't want to say, because if I guess right, I'm so dead. But honestly, I would just love to see any Tekken character make its way. I mean, so many moves, and seeing it like transform into a 2D game on a 2D playing field is just awesome for me.
Well, who would your dream matchup be then? We could say that. Like, if you were going to do a tag team versus a tag team, who would you pit against each other?
Tag team, well, I would say we would have to do Kazuya and Hayashi versus Hanaru. Like that's how it has to be. I gotta see those two guys and just see two big perfects on my side of the screen.
Throwing down the gauntlet,
yes.
I love it. So clearly Namco Bandai has a huge game coming out this month, Soul Calibur 5.
Yes, that's
You
true.
must not be sleeping at all.
No, I don't sleep. I haven't been sleeping for the past few months, but it's all gonna be worth it. We got Soul Calibur coming out in January, on the 31st. It's going to be really sick. We are going to be constantly updating people with all the things that I'm sure that they all want to know about. Game systems, online mechanics, the whole nine. You're going to hear about it. So.
Well, I have to say, when I saw the announcement about Ezio being in this game, I was so pumped because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
No, it's awesome. He's definitely a character that should have been in the series for a long time. We're really, really happy to be working with, the other studios to get Ezio in here. And we've actually taken the build out to let people play the game. And the feedback's been awesome. People have been playing him, kicking a whole lot of butt with him. And we're excited to see how it turns out.
Do you think people are going to like him better than they like Dampierre?
Well, Dampierre is Soul Calibur 5's assassin, so, I mean, I'm going to stick by my boys.
Okay,
and then we're going to see what's going to really happen. But it's up to the guys who play the game to see who is better.
If people want to get involved in some of the awesome community events that you guys put together, or talk to you about Soul Calibur or about Tekken or anything else that Namco's doing, how can they do that?
Well, if they want to talk to me about Tekken, they can talk to me or Harada-san. You can reach me at twitter.com/FilthieRich with an IE. Feel free to go ahead and hit up Harada-san as well. It's twitter.com/Harada_Tekken. He's awesome. He talks to everybody.
He is
talks
really fantastic.
smack. It's great. He's a great guy to talk about the games since he does. He's our lead for it.
I swear he responds to almost every tweet people send to him.
Anything tequila, he'll do it. He'll kill it.
Well, there you go. You have your in. Just mention shots of Patron and he'll answer
right.
for sure. That does it for this episode. A big thanks to Filthy Rich for dropping by and talking with us, and of course, representing Team Tekken. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, and follow us on Twitter, and of course, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/streetfighter. I'm Andrea Renee, and I'll see you guys here in a couple of weeks on Cross the Line.
Hadouken!